Welcome to So Grateful, and let's compare the way of life in the western part of Kenya in comparison to the southern part of Germany. How are things done? Are there some similarities or differences? Let's find out. In Europe, committed relationships and friendships may start very early in life, and parents may or may not be involved. In Africa, relationships tend to start later in life, and being introduced to a parent is something sacred. Have you decided that this is the person you're spending the rest of your life with? In southern Germany, civil marriage is compulsory before the church wedding, and parents may or may not be involved. In Africa, traditional marriage or civil marriage or church wedding are all complete, and the parents, the clan, the community, friends may be involved. In Germany, it doesn't have to be a big thing. Just the groom, the bride, and the person officiating the wedding are enough. In southern Germany, the rings are worn on the right-hand side, while in western Kenya, the rings are worn on the left-hand side. By the way, in Germany, you can wed without rings. They are not compulsory. The most important thing is that the two of you are present. Germany has some magnificent historical ancient buildings which are really well done and look so stunning, amazing till today. This is a cathedral in Berlin, and it was constructed in 1905. Look at it. Western Kenya, on the other side, prides itself in different traditional houses. They have cultural value in them. Despite the fact that modern buildings are there, you still find a number of beautiful traditional houses, and some people live in them and they are very comfortable, or make them as kitchens. Different communities in Africa have different styles of traditional house setup. This is an example of a traditional homestead, just a part of it. And you'll find that the parents had a separate house from the children and at times from the guests, but all was together in one compound, making a complete homestead. In Germany, on the other hand, the houses are mansions, bungalows, all in one, inclusive apartments and so forth. This is the Bundestag, another example of an ancient building started to be constructed in 1884, but it's been renovated over years. See how beautiful it is. Germany is also full of different castles and different monasteries and different cathedrals which are very old. For example, in southern of Germany, you find the Baroque Basilica, which was constructed in 1737 till 1766. I think it's the largest monastery in the world. I'll upload its picture next time. There's a tendency to eat so much sugar. The Germans have a liking of eating very sweet things. You'll find that even in the supermarkets or in the shops, some foods are mainly preserved with sugar. As much as they drink tea without sugar or coffee which is unsweetened, someone might drink coffee together with chocolate or tea accompanied with chocolate. So you see, and their pastries and the bakings or cookies are really sweetened. Of course, in Kenya too, we have so many sweet things, our bakings, our goodies, but I think with our bakings, it's moderate. And also our ways of preserving food, we have smoked, we have salted, it's also here, but sugar actually is so rare, or food is just dried in the sun. We also find most of our sugar or extra sugars from fruits or natural things. If anything, most of our fruits are natural fruits from trees. They are not sweetened or processed. In Germany, people also eat fruits, but most of the fruits are also canned fruits or processed fruits or preserved. So more sugar has been added in. But that's okay if also vitamins have been added in to fortify the food. But in both countries, natural fruits are available too. So most meals in Germany are accompanied by a variety of vegetable salads or vegetables which are partially cooked, and sometimes they're just eaten raw. You'll find that some vegetable salads are already processed in the supermarket and frozen or packed. Some you have to freshly prepare at home. Back in Eastern Africa, most foods are accompanied with well-done traditional veggies. There is a variety of traditional vegetables. Some are thoroughly cooked, some are steamed, some are fermented, some may be partially cooked, but processed maybe in sour milk or cheese, it depends. Salads are also there, but rarely. In Germany, most meals are accompanied with a glass of beer or wine, sometimes juices or water. Back in Africa, water is more common, juices, sour milk, or tea. You'll find that in Germany, tea or coffee might be taken afterwards. So back in Africa, warm foods have a higher priority. They are mostly preferred. Breakfast, supper, lunch, you might find people taking much of warm meals. Or if they're taking something cold, it will be accompanied with a warm drink. I mean, it's like a tradition. As much as warm foods are also found in south of Germany, you'll find that cold foods have a higher priority. But at times, food depends also with the season of the year or times. So here in Germany, someone might just have salad and bread, something cold, and that's enough for the day, or that's enough as a whole meal. They also have a variety of different kinds of bread, and this really makes their diet rich. Just like somewhere in Kenya, Western Kenya, you might find ugali being most favorable, or green bananas. In Germany, you might find different kinds of bread or Irish potatoes, and that really makes part of their stable meal. Germany has also a wider variety of meats and sausages, both hot and cold. So at times people in Africa like spending time together, doing nothing really, just enjoying, talking, or looking around and just being happy. I mean, they have all the time in the world. Despite daily stress, we all heard of African timing. So in Germany, the time discipline is tough. When it's 9, it's 9. You come 9:01, it's rude. It's a sign of indiscipline. And the work culture is so tough. There's no time for sitting around, laughing loudly and throwing legs, unless you have holiday. People are minding their business and they're focused. In Africa, you might end up greeting each and everyone you meet on the road, and at times you have even time for strangers, some few minutes to talk or chat. I mean, friendship clicks so quickly. Here, it's serious. In Kenya, they say twende kazi. So in Africa, on the streets, pedestrian zones, they're so loud or too loud. You might even hear loud music or people waving at each other. The matatus, those are the public services, are so loud. Here there's a level of silence which has to be maintained. Germany has a rich tradition of cultural celebration and feasts, and they showcase their food, beer, culture, clothing, tradition. I mean, it's very rich. In Kenya, mostly Western Kenya, what they celebrate mostly are the national or public or historical holidays. Church solemn feasts like Easter and Christmas are in both countries accorded much respect and are celebrated to the full. The only differences is that, for example, in Germany, at Christmas time, most of the decorations are outside on the streets, outside the homes, but in Kenya, they're mostly inside the homes. Southern part of Germany is still conservative in terms of faith matters, and most church feasts, which most countries might only celebrate in churches or not even recognize, are here given priority and in fact announced as public holidays. For example, the Feast of the Three Kings. In Germany, it's polite when visitors announce or say beforehand that they're planning to visit or coming. Then when it's suitable, the host says yes or no. And for example, if you're invited for coffee, you come for coffee, not for coffee and dinner. On the other hand, in Africa, you must not announce. At times, you might be passing and you remember, oh, so-and-so stays here. Let me pass by. You go visit, you're welcome, you talk, you chat, you eat. It's maybe late. They even offer you a place to sleep. If there's no bed, you'll even stay on the couch. And you'll find that when they're preparing their meals, they'll always have an extra meal or an extra plate in case a visitor comes, or in case someone walks in unannounced. We should always be prepared. And if it won't be enough, then someone walks in, you have to share that which is there equally. I mean, it's like a tradition or part of them. Thank you so much, friends, for being patient and watching this clip to the end. If you have any points to add, feel free to do so. If you agree or disagree with something, these are my opinions. Feel free to add your own observations. I'll be very, very grateful. Otherwise, thanks, like, share, and subscribe. Part 2 comes soon. So stay prepared. Hit the notification button so as not to miss out. And strive to be always so grateful in life. There are so many things to be thankful about. Till then, bye, stay blessed, and God bless.